Birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Habashim Shai, Bishim Kakodash. Alright, which I said, bless you the Most High, which is Yahweh, the Most High. His pure name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahweh. Alright, the power of all heaven and earth. Okay, the universe, all things. Okay, and of course, bless you in the name of the only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai, whom the world calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai, which means He the deliverer. Yahweh is He exists or He to be. Alright, and of course, Bashem Chakodash, in the name of the Holy Spirit, which you have the ability to have the understanding of the scriptures. Of course, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Well, peace and salutation to the election, wherever you've been scattered to, the 144,000 Hanabiyayim, the prophets, which are men, the 12 tribes of Israel, who are fighting diligently for, of course, their crimes, and of course, shalom to the rest of the 1/3, which are no prophets but are believers in the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, whom have the Y as well, the mark of exemption from the judgment. Okay, of course, Shemiyah Mappa, my name is Mappa from Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Just coming with a wee lesson, and of course, it being a year of prophecy, we're seeing more and more prophecy be fulfilled in these times. And this is off of Russia Today, RT News, and it says, "Open skies no more." This is referring to a treaty, a particular treaty, okay, which is supposed to be, right, agreement, okay. U.S. breaks it, or breaks with NATO allies, okay, so with the beast, okay, that is, okay, because we know, of course, the beast being NATO, okay, and of course, you got these, the arrest of these other European counterparts as well. Okay, also Canada is a part of NATO, but of course that's your host, the beast. Okay, governments and such. All right, coming together. Okay, it says to pull out of the Cold War era deal that aided global security, blaming Russia. So not only they pulled out, but they also blame everything on Russia. All right, or formerly known as the Soviet Union. It says President Donald Trump, U.S. government has on Sunday withdraw from the international treaty. Okay, getting again the term treaty to be defined so that you can, of course, understand. If you don't, which is a formally concluded ratified agreement between countries. Okay, it's a pact, a pledge, okay, a covenant, a barayath in the Hebrew, okay, and that allows countries to monitor military hardware build-ups from afar. Okay, so I mean, this is like a form of intelligence you can do. Okay, monitoring military hardware buildups from afar, accusing Moscow without any evidence of breaking terms. So again, that's E against E. Okay, the wicked against the wicked in this case, because the Soviet Union, the so-called Russians, they're of Esau, Edom, the wicked, and also the other NATO counterparts, European nations. Of course, you had, of course, also Canada. They, of course, are E's too. These ruling elite. All right. Okay, so now going on into, it says here, the Open Skies Treaty was first considered by the U.S. and the Soviet Union back in the 1950s. A possible way to increase transparency around troop movement and development of nuclear weapons. So, I mean, like I said, so this is something with intelligence dealing with, okay, agreement about intelligence, okay. It allows its signatories, okay, to conduct a limited number of mutual beneficial aerial reconnaissance missions. Okay, so we're going into this term reconnaissance. Or reconnaissance, that is, Slakia. Reconnaissance. Which is a military observation, right? Of course, they or to locate enemy or as certain strategic features, and it lists this material that low level resistance. Let's see, that's it. I'm just gonna leave it there. It says missions on countries that are partly into the deal include U.S., Canada, Russia, and most of the rest of Europe. Right. So it's pretty much you have the beast and you have Russia, which Russia is not part of the beast. Okay, but in the scriptures, you know, they are the end. Okay, the feet, which I'm going to talking about, referring back to Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, that's what I'm referring to. But I'm like, you know, I'll get that scripture, which it says, I'm gonna read the article. It says, in May, U.S. Secretary State Mark Pompeo pointed a finger at Moscow when he announced his country would seek its end of involvement in the treaty, claiming without providing any evidence, and Russia violated. I mean, the evidence is Yahweh Shem Shai is of course working on the minds of these various kings. Okay, they don't even want to give an excuse, but we know what it is due to biblical prophecy. And that's why it's important to understand and know biblical prophecy so that you can see, foresee the things that are happening right now that can occur, that have been already, of course, put in the scriptures beforehand. Okay, the Lord told us these things, and they're now being fulfilled. Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh as rivers of water. He turneth it whither so he will. So it's all the will, okay, of the Most High Yahweh by Shem Shai. Okay, which you have, of course, the Chapat Tazah, which I believe that goes into wealth. Let me see if I'm not mistaken. Slakia, desire to be pleased, to take any desire. Slakia, which goes into the will, the desire, the pleasure, you know what the Lord wants to move it of men, take pleasure in. Okay, what the Lord wants, okay, that's his will. Okay, and of course the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, as Exodus what's that, the 15th chapter tells you. So the Lord is strategically placing these various nations in order to bring them into that war, right? Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Isaiah 13, okay, tells you that he tells you that 13:4, the noise of a multitude of mountains, like of a great people, tumultuous noise of kingdoms, of nations. Okay, gathered together, Yahweh mustered the hosts of the battle. Right, so the Lord is the one that is assembling these various nations to the battle. The battle being World War III, which is of course prophesied within the Bible as well. When they talk about woe, 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 all right, was it the second woe has passed and the third woe cometh quickly, roughly paraphrasing those two scriptures and such. Okay, that's all in the scriptures. Okay, the scriptures speak about also how of course Russia, which here would come against, of course, the rest of their Edomite counterparts to destroy Babylon. Okay, which it says that in the book of Isaiah 13:9, it says, and it's good to read this whole thing, but I'm just making it quick. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners out of it. All right, going down, it says, I'm going to go to verse 11. It says, and I will punish the world of their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And the Edomites, both of Nato and, of course, Russia, U.S., okay, they are the wicked. They're going to get punished. All right. And of course, the Lord going to punish many of our people that are in the way of the wicked, that are not exempt from the judgment. Okay. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay. And that's going to all come during this World War III. Okay. These various judgments the Lord have. Okay. Real quick, it says Obadiah chapter 1. Okay. And it says vision of Obadiah, or Obadiah. Said, thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom, right? Which this is, of course, talking about the wicked. Okay, we have heard a rumor of Yahweh, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Rise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And we're seeing that right now, even amongst themselves. All right, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, and said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down. All right, and of course, ye have done these things. Okay, have went into outer space. All right, of course, set up different various satellites, nests. Okay, which is also dwelling. Okay, they're gonna try to escape the nuclear destruction. That's one way. Okay. And you have, even amongst them, they have space races and such. Russia, Soviet Union, America, these other nations as well. But, the point being is that the Lord's going to bring them down. All right. Going down, this is Obadiah chapter 1 and 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched it? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, which the bread is going into the aid, they have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in them. Right? That's right. So, of course, you're going to see those even, that have even accepted aid, via these different forms of lending. Okay, to borrow subject to lender, you have, of course, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, these World Bank, these different institutions and such, which place these different nations in strait. Of course, it's attempting to seem as if they're charitable by helping them, but they actually, put them in financial straits, and they put sanctions on these nations as well. Okay, just to steal their resources and such. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back to Isaiah chapter 13. And this is Isaiah chapter 13, and we'll go to verse 17. It says here, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And the Medes here is talking about Russians, all right, which are the region of Russia is in that region, all right. Okay, so it's referring to Russia right now, okay. They're the Medes, okay. They're also known as Gog and Magog. When you read in, I believe, Ezekiel, okay, the 38th chapter, okay. It says, in Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty. I skipped another verse, but it says their bows shall also. It's like 18. It says their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, is America, the beauty of the Chaldees. Excellently shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, which that happened via fire and brimstone. All right, so this place is gonna be obliterated. Okay, as it gives a description when you read down a couple verses. Okay, reading back in this article, it says here that Mike Pompeo pointing the finger at Moscow as he announced his country, which is America, which really isn't his country, is stolen. Okay, he's an Edomite, and they stole this country from Native Americans. Okay, Seminole Indians, and of course, which are part of 12 tribes of Israel. Of course, also, and different of the Central American as well. Talking about Issachar and such. okay, as well. But going into the Russian government was presented with a new set of demands by a U.S. diplomat, but refused them, calling them ultimatums. As a result, the decision the Americans would no longer be able to operate unarmed spy planes over Russian territory, or that of the other signatories, they will also, in theory, be unable to benefit from intelligence. See, exactly what I said. Intelligence. This was all about intelligence. All right, that new Cold War is on. Okay. Gained from the program. However, there are concerns that the U.S. will request aerial photographs of Russia taken by other NATO members, which are barring equivalent Russian flights over U.S. military installations. So, we see all of this that's going on. The Lord is definitely mustering the host of the battle. Okay, I referred also to that Revelation, I believe the 13th chapter. I believe when you read, it's that Revelation chapter 13 and 2, and it says here, it says, in the beast, all right, which I saw was like unto a leopard. Okay, that's talking about the Greeks, and his feet were like the feet of the bear. The Greeks, you have these Edomites, they always say, well, they always, glorify Alexander the Creep, okay? And his feet were like unto the feet of a bear. The bears representing of Russia, which is solitary and keeps to themselves, okay? You know about the Russian bear, too, okay? And his mouth as a mouth of a lion, representing Great Britain, okay? And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. All right, this of course this Roman Empire. Okay, the point being, his feet is the end of the feet of a body. The end is Russia. Beginning was the Greeks. Okay, so its end is gonna be through Russia. Okay, which the Lord is gonna put hooks in their jaws, and they're gonna think an evil thought. And that's the Lord gonna place that in them. Of course, you seeing these various treaties being pulled out of a sudden, accusations being made. Of course, you're gonna become that enemy. Again. All right, which they are all enemies anyway. Okay, and Esau is a house that is divided. Now it says here that open skies. I'm just gonna skip around. It says, is the latest international treaty that the U.S. pulled out over tensions of Russia last year. Trump's White House tore up the Reagan era, which is that intermediate range nuclear force treaty, right, which blended a number of highly destructive weapons between the range of 500 and 5,500 kilometers. At the time, Washington was accused of Russia breaking the condition of the pact. I believe they were talking about they had different various weapons that exceed this this range, right? Have developed them, etc., etc. It says the presumptive winner of the disputed U.S. elections, former president or Vice President Joe Biden, has been critical of the Trump's approach to end these Cold War era treaties in the past. And he has called us to move us out of or pull out the open skies short cited and implied that he would rejoin the deal. However, this may be proved challenging for the U.S. might be forced to sign up to any and all new provisions of the treaty made in their absence. But that's pretty much the lesson right there. Just of course these wars, rumors of wars, these are things that the Lord, of course, spoke of, warned us. So we definitely know we're in the time of the end. I mean, it being a year of prophecy, like I said, all these things are occurring, and all these different treaties are being, of course, cease to exist. All right, or signatories are withdrawing. So we definitely know the Lord is on his way. So it says here, Matthew 24:6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Shalom to the election. Hope you've been edified by the Lamadium, the lesson. All right, till next time, shalom again.